Improved Housecarls and Hirelings mod for Skyrim Special Edition by Dr. Nukenstein. Mod demonstration video, Belrand. Belrand, of course, being the spellsword hireling that you can acquire from the Winking Skeever in Solitude. So, let's see. He is level 14, I'm level 10. He is one-handed, light armor, destruction, and a little bit of restoration. No sneak. Let's take a look at him in the creation kit. That is Uthgard. Belrand. Belrand. Waiting. There it is. Originally, he was level matched to the player with a max level of 40. And he has his own custom class. This is vanilla. Let's see what that is about. NPC class Belrand. Leveling to one-handed, light armor, and destruction and restoration. It is a spellsword class. This one's stupid. As it says here, spellsword. And as he, says when you hire him, by blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. Okay, well, spellsword. And his combat style, human magic. Combat style, human magic. Little more, lean towards magic than melee, but ranged also. Now, with no archery gear, he's not likely to use that. But there were areas where he should have been using melee, so made him spellsword class, combat style rather, which gives him a greater chance of melee and magic over everything else. Staff, if he can find one, but even chance of doing melee and magic. Now, inventory. Originally, he came with an iron and hide mixed set. Since his heavy armor will not level, he has no skill in it. I gave him a leveled light armor set best, and he came with an iron sword. I gave him a leveled war axe best. Spell list, he was predominantly an ice mage. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. He was primarily a conjurer. He had, get this, conjure familiar, fast healing, oak flesh, and lesser ward. That's it. A familiar is worthless. Skeever, spiders, yeah, okay, great. Other than that, no, sorry. Maybe if he summoned a pack of ghost wolves, that would be nice. But no. He also came with perks: Augmented Frost, Recovery 30, Regeneration, Hack and Slash 30, Fighting Stance, and Custom Fit. Now, why did he come with Augmented Frost when he had no Frost spell? No idea. So anyway, I gave him Grand Healing, Icy Spear, a modified version of Ice Spike, which replaces the Freezing Whirlwind or Ice Storm, whatever it is, that does 40 points of damage in like the 15-foot or 20-foot or 50-foot area thing. Requires destruction skill of 50. Yeah, I made a modified projectile, single projectile spell of that, of Ice Spike that does 40 points of damage. Normally Ice Spike doesn't do 40, it does 25. Icy Spear does 60, but requires destruction skill of 75. So he is going to be your middle to higher end range of mage. And he casts Oak Flesh, and that's it. Now he has perks. I did leave his, well, I did give him back his augmented frost. There it is. Because he, now has actually a frost spell. Gave him hack and slash. Well, no, he came with hack and slash, but it's okay. So Savage Strike for the decapitations. Gave him destruction perks up to master. Armsman for his one-handed attacks. Gave him the augmented frost, elemental potency. Why did I give him elemental? Oh, I did originally have him summoning a frost atronach. That's why. But decided that no one should be summoning a frost atronach because they're too damn big. You can't get them through a door. You can't get through a doorway past them, and they won't get out of your damn way. And which means all this stuff, conjuration for him, is going to be worthless. So let me go ahead and correct that here. Boom, there. Now, what was the other one? That was it. That was it. So now at his current level of 14, his destruction is 44. So he will be able to cast Ice Shard. No, he won't. Have to be 50, which means I have to level up, and he is 1.4. Where will his destruction hit 50? 17. I feel like we've been here before. Yes, so at level 17, he will hit destruction of 50. Alright. Base 10. Then he will be able to cast his lowest cost spell. So I will have to be 13 times 1.4, 18.2. What am I? Level? No, I'm level 10 now. 16.8. Okay. So. Right. So I need to be. He only has to be level 17. I'm level 10 now. 12.5 times 1.4. 17 and a half. 12 times 1.4. 16.8. 12.25 times 1.4. 17.1. Alright, so I have to be 12 and a quarter. I'm level 10. In order for him to be able to cast his lowest level spell. So, save that. Open it back up. See, there's always something I forget to edit, I forget to fix, I forget to write down. Right, so there's the spell list. Right, so now I have to level up a bit to get him up to level 17, to get his destruction to 50. Otherwise, he's just going to use his sword, not his spell.
Do I get to keep it? Ah, just kidding.
And he says that every time. So Orcish War Axe, his armor, no enchanted doodads. I don't have an enchanted doodad that I can give him. So,
let's go.
What I'm going to do, wrong one, to jack up my level real quick. Bump my alteration. And now I'm level 11.
After reforming the Dawn Guard, in the old form of Rift, I'd consider joining up myself.
One more. Right.
Hi.
Destruction 48. He's level 16.
Lead on then.
Fresh fish, fresh from the fjords. Get them before they get you. Alright. So, level 12, I guess in a third. Destruction still 48. He's still level 16.
Lead on then.
I'm trying. Let me go to 13. Leveling starting to slow down now. Out of the damn way.
Are you playing hide and seek?
Oh, you bastard. You're not supposed to see me. I am super frickin' sneaky. Alright, so now I'm level 13. $52. Okay, so he hit it a while back. Somewhere in the middle of 12.
Lead on then.
But yeah, this little kid, sneaking is 3,000% better. I think that's what it says. At least. And the little rat bastard saw me. It doesn't tell you how much sneak. Speechcraft. Not picking. Carry capacity. Speechcraft. Cost less to cast. Cost less to cast. Health. Spells, lock picking, magicka, frost spells. Time between shouts is reduced. What? Well, anyway. We do. We're going the wrong way. There we are. To Volunrude. Going to very rude. Going through the Evanrude factory. Draugr Motor Company. So, he should be able to cast Ice Shard. I think this is the first time we will see, or we have seen first shard, frost shard in any of these. But he takes care of it with his melee. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Plunder these ruins at your peril.
Stuck him in another hole.
The spirits of the dead won't look kindly upon it.
Ooh, I'm so scared. Hey, hey, hey. Nice. Nice hang time on that one. He made it all the way to the far wall. And that's just a spell that does 40 points of damage. That's not Icy Spear. This chicken shit bastard's gonna run away. You prick.
That's it. That's all. I'll rip your heart out.
Kind of loot, still ancient Nord War axe. Don't tell me this place is level locked to when I discovered it. 'Cause that was level 10. Come on. Boo! Stop. Where's my frickin' mage?
Pizza? Fine. What? What? Will do.
Lead her out onto the trap. That's what it's there for.
Hey!
Sorry. Actually, suddenly forgot that you can't, you can't cast a spell while blocking. Oh, that's where the arrows were coming from. Douchebag ran upstairs. Oh, the mage that was up there came downstairs.
These old halls fill some folk with dread, but as a Nord, they fill me with pride.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Cause I'm proud to be from Skyrim, where at least I know it's cold. Come on. Stand there twiddling your thumbs. We got work to do. Well, you got work to do. We're behind schedule. Little more. Little more. Come on, Baldy. Come on, Skullet. Gonna have to put some ice on that.
Yeah? Fine. What?
What?
Will do.
I'll take a chance and just have him go attack dude rather than loot the chest. See, find out later what he missed out on. No, go and attack dude. I don't care if he's sitting down being non-hostile. Go attack him.
No.
I'll rip out your heart and shove it up his butt. Right. He stopped with the spells for some reason. And is relying on his melee. Which his melee isn't bad. But, both at once was the idea. No, you won't. You're going into bleed out. So Belrand Belrand is not going to really be the guy he needs to be. There you go. Keep casting the spells. Keep casting the spells. Come on. There you go. Jesus, this thing needs a better way to handle the AI.
I'll find some gold in this ruins. But out of respect, let's leave a few coins.
Why do you keep running past me? Idiot. Alright. Well, a bit slow on the time for a mage of his level. Which I consider 1 to 1.3 to be the lower level, 1.4 like he is, up to 1.6 to be the higher levels, or 1.7 to be the higher levels. Now, I expected more. Very disappointed that he was not casting his offensive spell while using his melee like the others were, like the others have done. J'zargo, Onmund, which actually J'zargo didn't even use his melee. He was spamming his shock spells, which were doing considerable damage, and it worked out well for him. Onmund, he was casting his ice spikes and his swinging that sword. Belrand, I do not know why he was not swinging the axe and casting the ice shard at the same time. He seemed to be focusing on trying to get his mage armor. I mean, like Belrand Marion was trying to get that mage armor spell cast. Got to get that mage armor. Got to get that. No, I'm going to take that away from them, just like I did Steadfast War or their wards. If they're not going to stay on the offensive, if they're not going to attack when they're supposed to be attacking, I mean, they're not going to have anything except offensive spells. And, you know, whatever melee if they have it. And they're just going to have to suck it up and tough it out. But not even healing spells if they spam those too much. You know, I'm sorry. But I hate to do that. I hate to cripple a mage that way. But then again, these are not all intended to be standalone characters. This is intended to work with a multi-follower mod, where you build a party of people that help each other out. Each one, you know, where some are specialized. They have specialized skills. They don't do it all. They can't do it all. They're not supposed to do it all. So that is the intention, and I have to keep reminding myself of that. Because I get so used to running through with just one person for doing these videos that I start thinking that's the way to play, and it's not. You know, not helping them. Because I want to observe, I want to see how good they are. Now, if I was helping and not wearing all my super duper gear, then yeah, he would have been great. But by himself, really, it's unfair to say that I expected more. It is unfair of me to say that because, again, he is intended to be a helper, not the one to do it all. He's not one of those characters. There are characters that are capable of doing it all and intended to do it all. He is not one of them. So, nothing wrong with his performance in that perspective. Then he did what he could. He will need help, and he will have to be used as a helper. But you know, the player has to help, or he needs other followers with him to help out, to share the load. So in that respect, Belrand did what he should have done, except for the part about not casting his offensive spells while using his melee. I don't care that he was, he don't have to cast Ice Spike at a Frost action off. You can cast it at the caster, at the summoner, because clearly she was susceptible to an Ice Spike to the face. But, like I said, they're not intended to be, they are not all intended to be standalone characters.